welcome to our online class for today. Today we'll be looking at social media marketing. So today, social media marketing is the new thing in town. For anybody that wants to be in business, you have to think of how to market your products online, services online. So we'll be looking at the definition of social media marketing. So today, let's look at social media marketing. What is the effective strategies of social media marketing, benefits of social media marketing compared to the traditional marketing methods? And also look at the risks, advantage, there are bound to be some disadvantages. So what is social media marketing? Social media marketing is also known as e-marketing or e-commerce. But as a matter of fact, social media, you know that the basic social media platforms are like the Facebooks, the Instagram, the Twitter, and all the rest of them. These are platforms that we can use to promote our businesses. So you use these platforms to advertise and also make sales. When you are selling, we now talk about e-commerce. Where sales are done electronically. So social media is a platform that has come to help us to do our businesses easily. And also it helps us to cut down costs. So it's an effective means of doing business. So social media marketing is known as e-marketing, digital marketing. It is simply the use of social media platforms or websites for those that can afford to create a website. You can have your own website, precisely what your business is all about, the uniqueness of your business, the products, the value that you're providing. And on daily basis or regular basis, you inform your customers or prospective customers about your business. If there's any new product that you're bringing on board or into the marketplace, you use your website or any of these social platforms to take the message out to the public so that they know that these products or services are available. So it's very important that in today's world that we see social media marketing as a necessary tool for us to market our product. As a matter of fact, it's called the king of digital marketing. That is social media marketing. So you have to take it very serious as an entrepreneur. We have social media platforms like the Facebook, as I mentioned before, Twitter, Instagram. You have the WhatsApp, the LinkedIn, mobile. You can also create mobile apps for your business where people can use the apps to be able to interact or engage with you or with your business or product. You can also advertise on YouTube. You can also do email marketing. These are the various forms of social media platforms that you can make use of. But it's important that as a businessman, you make use of the social media platform that best suits your business. And the only way you can be able to identify the one that suits your business for you to know the features of that platform. You know, there are some social media platforms that does not allow videoing, and there are some that does not allow pictures. So you need to know which one that serves you most. Just like for email marketing, it's only a text form of information that you can be able to pass. There is no video, there is no picture. So these are the things that you have to look out for. Know which one that suits you most, and also know the reach of these platforms so that you'll be able to connect with your target customers effectively. So most social media platforms have built-in data analytics tools. When we talk about built-in data analytics tools, these are tools that help you to know those that have been able to watch or have access to your page or been able to connect with your product. So it gives you a matrix or a measurement of the number of people that have been able to connect with your product or with your service. So it's for you to decide if that platform that has such features, you need to make use of them so that you'll be able to measure and keep tag of those that are currently connected to your platform. So it also helps you to campaigns, whatever advertisement that you want to do. Companies address a range of stakeholders through social media marketing, including current and potential customers. So these are the means through which you can effectively engage with your customers or prospective customers. So let's look at the strategies you can adopt. So for you to have an effective social media marketing platform, one, you must have what we call a SMART goal. And when we talk about SMART goal, it means that for your business, just as I said before, you need to be sure what you want to achieve. Don't just go into the social media like like a feather in the wind. You're neither here nor there. Be focused and be specific on what you want to do. So when we look at smart goals, we're looking at specificity, that you have to be specific on what you want to achieve. You have to be measurable, have a way of measures, just as we talked about platforms that have measurable, inbuilt techniques that can measure the number of people that have visited your page or your platform. So it also can be able to measure those that are patronizing your product. So you have a means of keeping tag of those that are, then from there you'll be able to know the persona of those, that is their habits, their likes and dislikes. So all of these features are available in some platforms. So where your customers can give you a feedback, you know what they like and what they don't like. These are some of the advantages of using social media. So there's that feedback mechanism that is provided. And if you don't know how to make use of these things, that means you'll be losing out on knowing what your customers want. I remember that when we talked about branding, we said that you need to keep tag of what your customers want so that you'll be up to your game. So that you continuously be exciting your customers. Because you lose it when customers find out that your product or service is not meeting up with their demand. Remember in our definition about quality of products or service, we said that quality of product or service defined by the customer is you being able to reach the target customer's perception, or be able to reach his needs or his demand, being able to reach product. And once you cannot be able to meet that, that means you start failing as a businessman. So you need to keep tag. That's what you need to do as a businessman so that you remain in business. And also, your goals must be achievable. Don't go for goals that is way above your means or way above your capabilities. So you must set achievable goals. And then you must be timely, that is set some timelines. So when we talk about smart goals, we're looking at your goals being specific, your goals being measurable, your goals being achievable, your goals being realistic, and also timely. Have a timeline. When you have a timeline, we're able to now give you that push to achieve within that time frame that you have set for yourself. And also your objectives should guide your social media marketing. We keep mentioning it, it's very important. Because in social media, people want to know what is it that makes you tick. What is it that is unique about your product or service? So when you are on social media, you just cut a niche for yourself so that people will know you for this particular purpose. People will know your product for this. And once they like your product, they'll be following you. And by the time you develop that traffic of people that are always visiting your page or coming to patronize you, then you're rest assured that you're growing what we call that social media equity or market equity. You're getting your own share of the market number of customers. So is this the purpose of having an effective social media platform? You can make use of one or two platforms depending on the preference of your customers. And these are some of the things that as we go through the strategies, we see where you need to be conversant with what your customers want. That is, what media do they visit most? There are some people that prefer making use of Facebook, some prefer making use of Instagram, some prefer making use of LinkedIn. So you need to know which of the social media platforms that your target customers visit most so that you can throw more information or do more adverts or show more presence in such platforms. So secondly, you have, and in setting marketing targets, you need to know the demography of your, I want to talk about demography, looking at their age, the environment where they are located. I also look at their status. So all of these demographics, you need to be conversant with them. So that will guide you to now know which platform to make use of. Don't just go using any platform that you see. There are some platforms that you go use and your customers don't visit such platform. You will not be reaching the target customer. So it's good that you set your marketing targets and also know the exact platform to use. And it's advisable to consider choosing 2 primary or 2 secondary objectives, and in line also with choosing the right channels. That's the right channels. That's either you're using Facebook, you're using Instagram, or you're making use of Twitter. So these are the channels that you can make use of based on what your customers believe, based on your research that your customers make use of the most. So have good knowledge of your customers or prospects and be conversant with their persona so as to adopt a customer-centric approach. So everything is all about the customer. So as you do these social media campaigns, let this customer be consideration. Know what they like, know the platforms that they visit most, and then make use of it to be able to reach them and then advertise your products. And whatever message you're passing across to your customers in that platform, let it be more about the value that product or service is providing. Don't dwell so much on your competitors, but dwell more on what value your product is providing. So that at the first instance that a customer or somebody visits your platform or your page, he sees what he or she is going to benefit from your product. Don't waste the customer and waste your own time and also waste your data posting things that are not relevant to your product or service. So be concise or whatever. So these are the strategies. And also the timing is very important. The timing at which you post some of these materials is for you to know the kind of customers you have, the chance to be able to read whatever you're posting. So whatever you're posting is going to stay for some time on the net before other things will overtake them. But it's good that you check the timing so that you can have effective reach and be able to communicate. And as I keep saying, make sure that whatever you're sending is what sets you apart or sets you unique or sets your uniqueness from that of your competitors, so that people will believe that you are an authority in this field. So always bring messages or information or materials that be of value to your customer. That way you see people will follow you on your page. So establish good authority and give value to your target customers. Then now about your competitions or competitors. Remember that there are different levels of competition. You have the primary competition, secondary competition, and tertiary competition. When we talk about primary competition, we are looking at those that are up there competing with you or with your product or with your service. So you have to know what they are doing. And also for your tertiary competitors, those are within range. So there are competitors almost everywhere. So it's for you as an entrepreneur to research and know what these your competitors are doing, so that you can learn from their mistakes. Because from their mistakes, you can now improve your own product so as to attract more customers to yourself. And also from such research, you're able to know what is in vogue in case you have not been up to your game. So you need to do research. Visit the platforms or the pages of your competitors and know what they are providing. So based on what you've been able to gather, you now know how to adjust and then get the what they call the sucker punch that will attract customers to your competition. And then giving you valuable information that you may have to integrate into your own business. So other strategies: create a strong website that represents your brand idea. So your website must be strong, and the only thing that makes a website strong is when you bring value, when you post materials that are of value to the customer. And also, they can easily surf around and search for whatever that they're looking for. The search engine must be effective, and they are not try and reduce glitches on your website. So you can develop a mobile app that is user-friendly. So all these are ways of creating strategies to be able to reach your customers and achieve the profitability that you desire. So choose the channels and tactics. And when we talk about tactics, what are the ways that you try to make your own to be attractive to those that visit your site? So for the secondary social media, you have the primary and secondary social media network to focus on. When we talk about primary, we are looking at the media platform that people visit the most. So that platform that people visit the most should be your primary social media platform. So meaning that if you're having a budget, the money you're going to spend on your social media campaigns, you now vote more of the money on advertising on that primary social media platform. So it's good that you're tactical about how you go on this campaign. You don't just go post. So choose the platform that you know that people visit the most, that you're going to reach more people than others. And as you all know, you know that Facebook tends to attract more people when compared to other platforms like Instagram. Though Instagram is picking up now. So, but it's for you, as I said before. Also know which platform that your customers, your target customers, which platform do you think that they visit most? That's another thing you have to consider. So by the time you weigh all of these things, you now know which channel to put in more energies onto. And also try and be sending information at least once a week. It's very important. And depending on what you put, you can also do that in a month's time. But once a week is preferable. So your tactics for each social media channel should also be determined by your goals and objectives, prospects and preferences, as well as the best practices or features of each of those platforms. As I said before, some of these platforms, they have different features and style. There are those that allow for videos, there are those that allow for pictures. So it's for you now to decide which one to make use of based on what you want to achieve. So you also create a content strategy. And these contents are arranged and is now posted on the platform regularly. So that way your page or your website will not be silent. When you have that content strategy, where you've already arranged the content that you're going to be posting, maybe weekly or monthly. So these things are arranged. So you don't need to start repeating what you have posted maybe the previous week, just because you lack content. So it's good that you build content already. So as time goes on, these contents will be going into the cyberspace. So that way you keep your customers engaged and you keep them excited about your product. So create a good or great content. Social media campaigns will be meaningless. So we keep talking about content. What you post is very important. If you know you don't have something of value to post, it's better that you don't post, so that you don't go and contradict yourself and create confusion, because that will affect the progress of your business. So it's good that you have a good content that you're going to post, and that content will be of value to the customer. So also you look at the type and form, whether it's text, images, links, etc. So these are the things that you need to put into consideration so that you can have more conversions of your prospects. Your own knowledge, your own expertise, so that people will continue to know what you're interested in. And let what you're interested in show that you have authority over that topic, over that issue. Don't go blog about what you have little knowledge of, because that way you might make a fool of yourself and you're going to scare away people that will follow you. So it's good that you research properly, have a knowledge base that will give you that authority, so that when you post whatever material you post on your site, people will appreciate and always want to follow you. And your product or whatever that you're doing, the value or the solution that your product is bringing, let it be a sincere one, let it be effective, let it deliver on its promise. Because it is a promise that you're making that this is what the product does, and let it serve that purpose. If you are not too sure of that product meeting or that purpose, it's better that you don't go and implicate yourself and create a credibility problem for your company or for effectively. And so long as you're genuine, your product is genuine, definitely customers will come. So always have some, and that will compare the customers and also generate traffic to your platform and build loyal customers for your business. So now allocate budget and resources for your social media marketing. Advertising on social media does not come cheap. And it's not good that you look at it as something that can just happen anyhow, anyway. You need to have a strategy. As we talked about having smart goals. Also having smart goals also includes being able to allocate monies or funds to be able to carry out these social media campaigns. So you need to have a budget and also resources that you're going to make use of. So that for every year in your annual budget for the company, there should be budget for social media, maybe under adverts or public the amount of money you're going to spend on social media. And some of those things you can do for yourself, or some you can outsource them. Like if you're making graphic designs, video production, advertisement campaigns, you can outsource some of these things, get the experts to help you do the graphics that you'll be posting on your page, on your social media. and also choose the campaigns or adverts that will give you the highest returns. So as a businessman, it's not good that you spend so much money doing social media campaigns, then you don't have your returns on investment. So you have to be very calculative. You have to be on which media or which strategy that will give you the highest returns. So it's important that you have that at the back of your mind. So you do adverts that will generate profits for you, and which you can now plow back or you invest into your long-term programs. Now, it's not good that on your page, on your website, anybody can just post anything. It's good that you assign rules, just like in most WhatsApp platforms or WhatsApp groups. There are people that are designated as the admin. In some of these platforms, you are not allowed to post anything on that platform unless you go through the admin. So for your company and for your product to have that credibility, let it not be anyhow platform or anyhow page where anybody can just post anything. So it's good that you assign rules, those that it is their responsibility to be able to censor whatever that is going on that page or on that platform, so as to maintain your credibility and also your focus on what the company or the product is all about. So it's good that you have people that you assign the rules to, so that it is their work to give authority to whatever is posted, or you become the clearing house to whatever that goes onto your page. It's very important, because whatever that is important to enhance the accountability, lessen confusion, and also increase productivity is of paramount importance, so that you don't create confusion on your page or on your platform. So what are the benefits of social media marketing? There are so many benefits, especially in today's world. But the most important amongst them is the global reach that the social media gives you. You're working locally, but whatever you're working and you're posting on the internet is having a global reach. So many people are seeing whatever you're doing. So it gives a global reach from a local standpoint. And also, it's a low cost in the sense that you can reach as many people as possible. Unlike the traditional media where you spend so much to do your advertisement or to do your publicity. It improves the product or services supply chain, because by the time you can easily reach people, and so you can have their contacts through the media. So that way you can easily have a supply chain that is not as difficult as it used to be. So this is one of the importance of social media, one of the benefits. Also, it gives you extended, whatever you post, whatever product you're advertising on the social media, it stays there for 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's always the advertising. The shop, you only open your shop maybe 8 to 5, your shop is open. And it's only for those that are passing along the road that see what you're displaying. But when you have these things on social media, or you have them on your platform, or on your page, it is there 24/7. Anybody that visits that platform is seeing your product. So this is an advantage of the social media. Then it guarantees you more sales and more profits. Because by the time many more people are seeing what you're selling, then definitely maybe out of 100 people that visit, at least 20% or 30% might want to patronize it. Unlike the traditional method that you are doing our marketing now, you just open shop and display them in front of your shop. Now count the number of people that pass through that shop. Maybe highest you have about maybe 50 people passing through. Maybe out of that 50, only 10 or 15 might take interest in what you are displaying. Maybe out of that 10 or 15, only about 5 will actually do the actual purchasing. So you see the advantage of social media. It opens up your business to a wider number of people. So definitely you are going to have effective customer relationship management tools. That's what social media provides. You can easily interact with your customer. A customer that is not happy with your product can easily render a complaint through any of your customer service channels. You can get feedbacks from your customers. So that way you maintain very good relations. Also, customers that place orders for products, they can easily do that. They don't need to drive down to your shop or walk down to your shop to place orders. They can do that online in the comfort of their homes or offices. So many food vendors now, that's what they're doing. People post or order for food online to their homes and offices. So there's home delivery, and this is made possible by social media. Easy access to information, updates, and ideas. On social media, I get a lot of information, a lot of ideas, innovations that people are into, things that will enable you to build yourself up. So there are a lot of advantages that we gain from social media. So it's like a knowledge house. Second, it enhances convenience for both the marketers and the customer. We've been talking about convenience. Everything is all geared towards convenience. How do we make life much easier for every person? Also cheaper. And that's what social media provides. It gives us convenience. It makes things less tedious and makes things simple. So that's why it's an in thing. If you're not on social media, or you say you're anatemic to social media, that means you are going into extinction. And I don't think you want to go into extinction. So it's good that you brace up and deploy social media in your businesses. Marketing and the social media. Here on the left, you have the traditional marketing. You have the social media on my right. So for one, traditional marketing has limited reach. No matter how you look at it, traditional marketing, where you have a shop, how many people come to your shop to come and to know what you're selling? You know, definitely it's limited compared to the social media, which has an unlimited reach. People that you don't know, they are seeing what you're marketing that you've posted on your wall or your social media platform or page. So it has unlimited reach. So it's an advantage. Low targeting of audience. The traditional marketing does not target customers or audience. When we talk about audience, we're talking about customers. Because it's just like a billboard. When you put a billboard, you're not targeting those that will see that product or that billboard that you're advertising. It's for all comers. But in social media, you can target, say you want to advertise this product to those who are between the ages of 10 and 25. Or you want to target only females. You know that it's only females that buy this product. You can, through social media targeting, target that category, that demography of customers and reach them. So that's the beauty of social media. Or you can say you want people who are educated. And you know that target your advert and limit it to those. You just channel it to those target customers and it will reach them. So it's not just like the traditional marketing that you just throw adverts in the air, praying that it will reach those that it will reach. So in social media, you reduce costs, you reduce wasting of energy, and target those that really need this product. Because for every product or service, there are those that will appreciate it. And once you're able to target those customers, you reduce stress, and also you achieve more results. So that's the beauty of social media. You can target your audience, so you can absolutely no interaction. Because once there's a billboard, people just come read what is on the billboard. They don't get back to you. There's no feedback. So there's no interaction. But in social media, there's an interaction. Anything you post, people can connect. People can show their likes or their dislikes. People can say one or two things. People can place orders. So that's interaction, that's engagement. So that's what social media provides. So it's something that you cannot do without as a businessman. And the traditional marketing is very expensive. You know how much it costs to set up a billboard or to advertise on the print media, like newspapers and all the likes. But the social media, just with your data that you have, and you have the platform, you can post as many messages or adverts as possible. So it's not as expensive as the traditional marketing method. So it's very cheap and it's low. The traditional marketing gives you low return on investment. At most of the time, it's not even guaranteed. But after you spend so much money on advert, you're just praying, let your advert be able to reach the right people who will come and patronize you. But in social media, as long as you're targeting those customers and you're able to reach them using a well-targeted channel, then you have high returns on investment for social media. And the traditional is cumbersome, while social media is simple. Everything is made simple, very simplified, so that it can easily be used. Then feedbacks not automatic, but you can make feedbacks automatic. By the time you set this on your platform, you can easily get feedbacks. You can get prompts when there's an order. There's a prompt that can come on, whether you're using your smartphones or you're using your laptops. You can always get a prompt, you get a message where you now go, you see that the customer has placed an order or there's a complaint. So it can be automated. Why this is not automated? So these are some of the advantages that we have in social. So now let's look at the risk. Social media, with all the advantages that it has, also portends some level of risks. But all of these risks all depends on how you're able to manage the platform. So the platform or the social media is not completely secured. There are security risks. Internet fraudsters are most of the times on the prowl looking for who to defraud, either you or your customers. So you have to be very careful, make sure that you have a way of guarding against some of these internet fraudsters. So it can be dangerous when misused. When you don't use it very well, it can even count against your product. Maybe when you post things that are not accurate, when you say your product can deliver this, of this value, and yet it is not of that value. By the time people go and test the product, it now becomes a media blackmail. It might create some bad press for your company or for your product. So when you misuse it, it can be dangerous to your company. So you have to be very careful. But most of the time when you go online, you spend so much time browsing or so much time trying to do all of that. But just as we keep saying, you have to be concise with what you do so that you have an objective, you have a target, this is what you want to achieve. So you don't just go on net without having an objective, so that you don't go wasting your time. So it could be time wasting if used inappropriately or unprofessionally. But at times you'll be searching for certain information and you're not getting it. So it becomes some kind of drag for you to be able to get what you want on the internet, because there are so many things seeking for your attention. But if you're targeted, you're focused, you can be able to make use of the social media effectively and profitably. It may create room for harassment and invasion of privacy. Yes, for some, there's what they call ransomware. Some of these things are ways that some of these internet fraudsters are trying to hack into your system to embarrass you, either your business or you personally. So it's good that you guard against some of this. They do happen on social media. So be cautious and watch by hackers and cyber criminals. So these are some of the risks that are abound in social media. So now that you know some of these risks, it's now for you to know how to guard against them. You can protect yourself from all of these risks so that you can make the most out of the social media, because we cannot do without it. Now, having known about the risks of social media marketing, let's look at more tips on social media marketing. These tips are just like a repetition of what you've been saying, but it's good that we emphasize these tips. One, give relevant information to your target audience or target customer, particularly about the service or product, the value of the service or product. Establish your authority. Create a niche for yourself on social media. Let us know what you are meant for, what's your product, what makes your product tick. It's very important that you emphasize and show that you have authority, you have expertise in this area, so that people will know that this is what you are known for. So you have to be consistent in doing that. So that way people will follow you. Address problems or complaints of your customers promptly. Don't delay. When customers complain, make efforts to address those complaints. Focus on your brand idea. We talked about brand idea when we were treating branding and marketing. So that brand idea is what gives you that enablement to know what you're working for. What perception do you want people to have about your product or service? So that's what we guide you, so that you know how to push these products on social media. So the brand idea is the fuel that's supposed to keep you going, so as you're able to create a good perception, because perception that people have about your product matters a lot. Then maintain effective customer service relationship using the social media. Because as we were saying, social media is the king of digital marketing. Thank you.